Hello. So this is the first I don't know what it's going to be called, a podcast maybe that we have done. And I just wanted to start by saying why are we here? And it's the true essence, the energy of true essence. And yeah, this is I will let you obviously introduce yourself, Roxanne. Actually, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself now or if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm Roxanne and I am from Holland. And I saw on Instagram a beautiful painting of a true essence session. And I felt a spark like immediately, like, oh my God, that feels so much fun. And not really like I want to dig in my essence, but really like a fun journey to go on and to reveal more of myself to myself. So I contacted Laura, and so here we are today. And I think you are going to explain a little bit more about that, why we're here and about our journey, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so we actually came together. It was probably at least a couple of months ago, maybe longer, maybe
Yes,
3 months ago.
yes, I
Um,
think
we,
so.
yeah, it's quite a while now. And yeah, we started with the True Essence session, and we had no idea where that was going to take us. It's just a very pure intention to dive deep into, well, Roxanne's true essence, but from what I'm learning from doing many of these sessions, that true, and I hear the words true essence is not what you think it is. It's actually a shared consciousness.
Yeah.
So whatever is created from those sessions is shared. And this is why we've both been sort of guided to do this today. And I will say to you right now, just to get live, hasn't been easy. Oh yeah, we can laugh about it now, but yeah, I pressed record at least twice when we tried to go live, but it didn't happen. But anyway, we are here now, and in the background, as you can see, this is the stag and the butterfly that I created from these sessions. And yes, that happened over quite a few weeks, and actually, that was an evolution in itself because it started with one layer, and I was sharing it with what Roxanne. So. Yeah, our intention today really is to, because we've both been on this journey for nearly 3 months, our intention today, because we almost can, well, we do merge with the energy of the butterfly and the stag, that we would like to tune into that energy today and share messages from that, just to really show how not only the true essence sessions, but also the artwork, how powerful it can be, and how it can be a portal to messages that come through from your higher self, your soul, your spirit. So I thought we'd start because I'm not obviously going to take us through a full true essence session, but we always start by breathing in the body and coming fully into the body. And we're going to start with that. And we will just see where we're in total trust, aren't we? That
Yeah,
wherever we go
no
today,
scripts.
yeah, that
Yeah.
it'll be divinely guided. And that is something in the sessions that is so important, to really tune into that channel, that pure channel that everyone can tune into. That when we take a breath, when we breathe, that we can actually feel the presence of something bigger than us. It just pushes the ego to the side and allows the divine intelligence to come through.
Yeah,
So
I
you
really
can,
think, oh,
mm,
sorry.
no,
But
it's okay.
I really feel like that true essence sessions is how I experience it. It's like you created the portal to step into, and after that, it's just really the portal everybody is, and how you experience it is making your essence, and that's how it's really creating, and it's really living vibration. That's what I'm guiding of it, and it's not something you do and after that you're done with it, and then you look at it sometimes and think, oh, that's beautiful. It's really more a journey into the depths of your own being, and you are beautifully guided within that session. And after that, the painting is really revealing every layer within itself. So it's so much more than just one session. It's so much, it just keeps on giving, you know, and that's really the experience I'm having. And it's so beautiful and so profound. And it's not something you have to dig for, you know. Sometimes some sessions really can be you have to dig and search for something, and this is just it is, and it's revealing itself, everything piece by piece, a little bit more. And um yeah, I think that was very beautiful. It is very beautiful because it's still
Mhm.
revealing itself. Yeah, so that's why we're also here as part of the revealing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that just reminds me of that people ask me, is it a spiritual reading? And my answer to that is it is in a way, but it's not in the way the traditional spiritual reading where, two people come together and then the psychic or the reader or the person with the gift gives the reading to the other person. And my heart always says that that is absolutely beautiful in itself, because obviously you do receive guidance, but why not the person be able to tap into their own channel and receive that guidance for themselves? And not only receive the guidance, but feel it in their body. Like it's a sensory experience, These sessions aren't just words, they are felt, deeply seen. It's about being seen. It's about, when you know truth and you get those goosebumps. That's what happens in all of the sessions in some way or form. And that's where my heart is. It's like, yeah, a spiritual reading is brilliant, but it's time now for everyone, because we all have the capacity to tap into that divine channel. We all have it. There's no one left out. Every single person on this planet can do it. It's just like going to the gym. It might be tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, and then you have a guide, when you go to the gym, someone stands with you and holds the space for you to do that. And that has happened throughout our lives in all different ways when you're starting something new. And that is what it's about. It's about being that companion on the journey, and it is like an adventure. It's an experience. So yeah, so I thought we will start with just what I would call tapping in, grounding ourselves, and yeah, I can start, and then you can come in, Roxanne, with your we did this before and it was so beautiful what you brought in. So yeah, so just want to close our eyes for a moment. And just like a beautiful, grand, ancient oak tree or a mother tree planted deeply within the earth, we're just going to feel our roots going through the soil, and those roots are expanding outwards like a beautiful reflection of the branches. And just take a moment just to breathe into that now. Allow the roots to go deep into the earth. Feeling that connection with the inner earth. Allowing the breath to travel down those roots deeper and deeper. And now just inviting the presence of the stag and the butterfly. And just notice where the stag is positioned or standing, and allow the butterfly to rest. And take a moment to merge with these energies, knowing that they are divine, pure, sacred, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Just breathing. I just hand over to you, Roxanne, just to take it that little bit deeper.
Now we're going to focus on the feet of the stag. And you see that the stag will stamp each feet on the ground, one by one. And really follow and feeling the stamping on the ground, on the earth, on the soil. And it really ripples into the mother, into the earth, echoing from the outer layers into the inner layers, into the womb of the mother. And really let the vibrations of this echoing reach your heart, your own womb, if you have it. And if you don't, just connect with the belly and just feel it. And then travel down with the echoes into the earth, just deeper and deeper, even deeper than you went before. And then you are becoming one with the echoes, the vibrations of the stag. It feels so solid, safe, and present here in this moment, here within the body, where you're safe, deeply rooted and connected within the womb of the mother. And where the butterfly can land its magic upon your head and rest there. And just take some deep belly breaths 3 times. Breathe how you feel, how you need to breathe. Do not overthink it. Just go with it. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. So,
I'm feeling like you have the dominance of the stag energy. Really
yeah,
felt it when the hooves are on the earth and there was a ripple, like a stamp in a strong stance, like leadership. And I'm getting that for you now that it's time to lead.
yeah. And it's so beautiful because it's really where I'm standing within my own process. Like, there's a lot cooking already for quite some years. And it was almost like this process within my own seasons of life. And every time when I went back just a little bit farther, I am reaching outside of myself and just opening the door of my true self. Just every time when I reach just a little bit farther. And yeah, I really feel like, it was also why, well, I think it was like the foundation of our True Essence session, where I say, like, it really felt like I have completed a cycle. And I was like, okay, what's next? And well, probably I knew what's next, but I was really scared to do so. And yeah, this energy, yeah, it's just perfect for me right now to, and really receiving the guidance of the stag, because connecting with the butterfly was part of the last years and really embodying the feminine way of creation, trusting the cycles of rest and also the cycles of creating and moving outward into the world, and trusting the process even though you cannot see the results that your ego was setting, and really trusting that the cycles are not linear, but they are always moving deeper, deeper, deeper within your own core, within your own body, within your own being. And I always really felt like I just didn't know how to bring that into the world. And now the past few months, when the stag came into the story, together with the butterfly, because I think that's very important part that they are together. And I really experienced the solid, strong but peaceful, like what you said, it's like a dominant, it demands some kind of respect, the energy, but it's just very loving, and its eyes are gazing right through you, and it knows you. If you don't know yourself, it doesn't matter. It knows you and it sees you. And that gives so much peace within your own self that it really provides for a container to breathe and to rest, and then to create like the butterfly, and that like the butterfly can ripple from that place into the world. And yeah, that's it's a big game changer for me in any way, because
Mm.
I'm sitting here today and I think, like, if you ask me, well, 6 months ago, like, I was like, well, I don't know, why should I do that? Nobody's waiting for me, why would they care what I'm at? So yeah.
The other thing that I'm really picking up on, when the hooves, I keep talking about this, but when the hooves are
Mm,
on the ground and it ripple into the air, I'm also feeling the ripple into your body as well. Like it's almost like a two-way, like if you feel like you want to call upon, and this is for anyone listening as well, call upon the stag and just, I feel like almost imagine those hooves going down on the ground and allowing that energy to ripple up into you. It's such a, I'm getting that this energy is tangible. It's like what you said, it's not searching outside of yourself, it's feeling that ripple within your body as well. And knowing that you have that leadership capability to lead, even if you're just leading your own life.
yeah,
Um, that the stag and the way he stands, like you can see in the picture, it's with presence. It's not a look at me, it's a
yeah,
I am here.
yeah,
I've always been here. I'm a part of you that wants to be seen. It's a remembrance. It's in your DNA, it's in your cells, and it's rippling up to the surface to be seen.
yeah.
And
It's a,
yeah,
it's also like, you see yourself through the
mm,
stack, you know,
yeah,
like experiencing the self through the stack, and it's like an ongoing portal or something like that, like a lot of spiritual practices are like up here, reaching for the universe, for God, and
mm,
from guidance from your guides. And I'm not saying that that is not something to connect with. I connect with it daily, but the big part I think was missing was the safety within the human flesh, within the body, because there was so much journeying out there, like escaping sometimes even, that you forget that the part you are doing is to be human, and that you have an earthly body, and this earthly body is given from the mother. So when you disconnect from your own body, you disconnect from the mother. So, and that's going to be a cycle of distrusting your own self. And I think the stag is really being a big part in that, because it's really reflecting your own strength and your own capability to stand in your power and holding grounds, and that the ground you're holding is reaching so much further than you can ever imagine. And even when you think you're going deep, you probably can go deeper. And I feel that's the way, because when we anchor deeper, deeper, deeper within our own self, and within our own oak tree, if you like, and from there, in the dark, in the womb of Mother Earth, deeply rooted within her womb, from there, life will birth itself through you. And if it's your own life, but it can also be a creation you want to birth into existence here. But it's, for me, that's the essential part. You have to feel safe within the body. You have to be present within your body to do so and to experience so. And then there's nothing left than yourself and just being present. And that's all you need to bring is yourself. So for me, that's a very big game changer, because yeah.
Yeah, because what I'm feeling now, because often in my meditations, I tend to go up to the sky for the divine masculine. And actually, I'm feeling now that the stag is showing us that he is deeply rooted onto the earth and that he's here and that he's ready and he's deeply embodied. And the butterfly has always been there. I think we're focusing more on the stag just because, well, I know I speak for my journey that yes, it has been up in the ethers quite a lot and actually coming into the body now. And this is why the stag is here more present. I'm not going to say dominant. It's probably not quite the right word, but present here is because he's ready to be fully embodied within us. He's ready to have the safety is within so that the butterfly can dance, it can move, it can be let free in a way that feels like true freedom, not oh I'm safe in this environment or I'm safe in that. And a little bit of a metaphor for us coming live, we're not live because we did try and go live for
Well, it feels
recording, but
live. It feels live to me,
it
you
does feel
know.
loud, yeah. But a little bit of a metaphor for that I feel that the reason why we have been able to come live is because whatever you want to call it, I keep saying live, so maybe it is live in some ways. It's live in the ethers. It's because of the stag, because he's holding the container within us. The stag isn't outside of us, he's in
Yeah.
us. And we're just remembering that aspect that we are feminine, but we have this masculine aspect that wants to be seen and remembered.
Yeah, and I think it's also very important to share, because that is also for when you're in a masculine body, that the sex is also very important for a healthy masculine embodiment, where it can really be present for the feminine, even when you're in a relationship, in a marriage, or, that I cannot do this work without my partner, without my husband, because he is my partner in this. And with the energy, I really need him so I can relax, let go, and really be in touch with the feminine so I can flow and move around within the containers he is setting for me. So well, I'm coming myself really from a very turbulent point in my life, and I was struggling with PTSD, and well, that means that my nervous system was totally out of control and moving everywhere. And just giving birth to my second child, it was very uncomfortable, and it was, what the beautiful thing of this journey was to me is that the energy of my husband when he was home, when he was present within for me to move within for my needs, to choose my needs, and to put my needs in front of everything, I could breathe. And it was like the moment, because he is a firefighter, and here in Holland he has shifts of 24 hours. So when he's gone for quite some time, and then he comes back home. And the moment he sets foot in the door, my body relaxes, and it really teaches me like how, the energy, and how important it is that you are really in sync with each other, but also acknowledge it, and each other, what you bring to the table. And we can go so much deeper into this topic, but I will not go there right now. But that's also where the Stag can bring beautiful guidance within your relationship, within your marriage, but also if you're single, and you're just moving in a world that doesn't feel quite comfortable to you, and when you always feel like the outside black duck, how do you say it in English? I don't know. But you always feel like a little bit the one that doesn't really go along with the mainstream, is what I'm hearing every time. And when you feel like, well, I think I want to move this way, but everybody else is moving that way, so, well, I probably follow, because that feels that it's the safest way. And the Stag is coming in there also, like reminding us, always choosing your own path, your own rhythm, with the mother, with the father, in sync, together, merging. And then that's where true safety kicks in, because only then you can feel safe within your body. And I mean within every cell of your body, not only, because we focus a lot on working with the heart, and there are a lot of tools for people to open the heart and access the heart's wisdom and everything. And that's so beautiful. But sometimes it just splits up here, and it really needs to go and move down through the body. So every part, even your big toe, is important to feel connected and safe within the body. Yeah. So, yeah. So the Stag is it is truly for everybody, no matter where you're standing with your own journey, if you are spiritual or not, because it's for your everyday life, because we are human and we're living in, well, I think a strange world nowadays. And it's really hard to navigate your own compass, your own rhythm. And for me, it's a beautiful guide to do so,
Yeah. I think, yeah, so if I was to ask you now what the message that's prominent coming to the surface for the Stag and the butterfly, what would it be for people watching?
Yeah, I keep hearing safety, but also sovereignty.
They feel like they're two, almost like an infinite safety, sovereign.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
almost like they
dance.
go they go
Yeah,
in hand. Yeah.
yeah. It feels, and that's why I also love it on the painting, that the butterfly is really on top of the head of the Stag, because it's really in the container of the Stag. And yeah, so the butterfly for me is bringing the true essence, your essence into the earth, into your body. And you can relate to this in many ways. You can relate to this to your higher self, bringing your own light more into your body. And that can only happen when your body feels safe. And bringing that light into the body, first and of all, most important, to nourish yourself with that light. And just feel yourself completely bathed completely within your own light. And that process can take however long it takes, is different for everybody. And after that, it can really flow out of your body, and your light can express itself into the world, and it can create a little ripple. It can be motherhood. It can be a business. It can be you like painting. It can be anything, you know. It just can be like you like stand-up comedian, but just you being happy, just as small as it can be, just going outside, shining your true light and greeting people with that light, with your presence. That creates a ripple effect because it will always affect people where they're not seeing themselves, you know, and it will, you will not see results. It's not about the ego. It's just about trusting that your presence is part of this big web of life where we all play our part. And when, you know, when the spider moves or the fly, you know, the vibrations of in the web, every vibration, yeah, it's like an orchestra. It matters, every part. So you don't really need to feel like it's not for me, or this is, yeah, how do you say it, every small step, it matters. And that's really what the butterfly is teaching me. Like a small ripple can end in a tsunami, you know. And then it's probably very important to detach from the tsunami, and just let it go, because when we are focusing too much on everything, then we get stuck in the head. I feel like I'm drifting away in some story. So what was your question again?
No, it was just the message for the butterfly and stag, but
Yeah.
I think you answered it beautifully. And my other question was, if you could sum up in maybe a sentence or two about what this whole experience, because this is what it is. It's not just a session and then it's forgotten. Like you said, it's like, well, this actually was one session, but we had quite a lot of interaction between, and this was slightly different. And this is something that may lead to me creating something that's a bigger container where people will have multiple sessions, because I can see the benefit
Mm.
of, you know, not just creating the painting, because it starts with a session and then I create the painting from there, and then we did come back together. But we've learned so much from this process, and I mean, I've received so much from the painting. For me, when I paint, it's 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 through the divine connection, you know. I just paint what, and I don't actually know everything in the painting. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, okay, and the information starts to come through, and that's what's been happening. And I guess my question to you, so because I'm going off on a tangent, is if you could sort of sum up in a few sentences your experience and what you feel it's done for your where you are on your journey. Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
Mm. Yeah. Well, yeah, I just keep hearing it just opened a portal for me, and we went through and there was no way back. And that was just very beautiful. And it really showed the fun way of creating and fun way of transformation also. Well, of alchemizing is more like transformation doesn't really hit the depth we were doing. It's more alchemizing and really transferring our own false beliefs also, you know, about creating. I think that was the topic for me. And like the red thread through everything was creating, like stepping into the world, being into the world, and what that really holds. And yeah, so, and I experience it as fun and really like childlike way, you know, like, oh God, we're gonna create something fun and it's gonna be beautiful. I know it's gonna be, but I don't know yet anything. And it was so fun that you are sharing pieces of the painting when it's not done, you know, like when it's not done, it's never done, I feel, but you know, that part of the creation process. And it really was a journey we were on together, you know, we really uh we're exploring this together. And yeah, even though we are miles away, it's, yeah, it was like I was also on that journey of creating that painting. And of course, you know, the energy is there, but it felt like much fun and beautiful, like, yeah, it's hard to describe, I feel, because it's really an experience on itself, and every experience is unique. Um, but you can trust in it, it's fun. And you can trust it will guide you exactly where you are right now and where you need what is perfect for you, and it's never not something you're not ready for. Even though it was very uncomfortable to be here today and speak like this about something that's very personal, and it's very yeah, personal.
Yeah, I did want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come on, because I know this was uncomfortable for you as well. But I feel like you hit a point there, which is that these sessions aren't for someone who's, you can be anywhere on the journey of, knowing yourself, really understanding who you are at a deeper level. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if you can, some people can see through their third eye, uh, images, but it doesn't matter. I've done sessions with people who can't actually see anything, but they feel things, and yeah, in other ways. There's lots of ways that that connection can come, and that's why we're all unique. It's not
Mhm.
like this is the way, and that's another thing in this container. It's a flexible, moving container where wherever you need to go, you can go in a safe environment. So I think I'm going to start to wrap it up because I have no idea how long this is going to
No.
go on. And yeah, so have you got anything final that you want to say before
Well, I
we
think we hit most topics, I think.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We just go with it, and we will see, right?
Yeah,
It feels good for me now. So
yeah.
yeah,
And I just want to say, if you did want to book a True Essence session, I will put the link below. Thank you so much for listening. And yes, I'm sure we will be here again. If you do want to hear more from the Stag and the Butterfly, then let us know.
yeah.
Thank you.